Hi guys, Crystal here from Out+Lesbian.com, and I have a funny story to tell you. It's not really that funny. So, I'm Crystal from Out+Lesbian.com, and as you know from my other videos, we purchased Out+Lesbian.com in the spring of 2005. Well, the lesbians really weren't online, and there really wasn't a lot of way to make money with the Out+Lesbian network other than porn, and I wasn't about to do that. So when that kind of stuff was advertised on our sites, we immediately shut them down because some of our advertising was automatic. So I've had the network since then, and my partner and I have been working on a lot of our websites in other areas. And since, let's see, what year is this? For about 4 years now, I've managed to keep my name out of the search engines for lesbian. You know, like my name is Crystal Cox, and you couldn't really search Crystal Cox lesbian, or my middle initials Crystal L. Cox lesbian. And I managed to do that even though if you search Crystal L. Cox in quotes, you get like 3,000 sites. And I managed to do that for about 4 years now. And I didn't do it because I wasn't necessarily out and proud. I did it to keep my identities kind of separate. You know, my spiritual belief, my alternative medicine stuff, my real estate marketing, my lesbian stuff, to kind of keep them separate so that when people read my real estate stuff, they didn't automatically discredit me because I was a lesbian. I know, it sounds a little bit odd, but I've recently spoke with someone who's been doing internet marketing for quite a while and happened to mention having a wife, and one of her biggest clients just dropped her, just like that. So there's definitely people out there that aren't going to work with you because you're lesbian. So I would like to think that there's enough lesbians out there that we could network and we can make a living online and help each other without having to worry about someone finding out that we're lesbians, right? So if you're a lesbian, I used an example today about, say if you got an apple in your hand, you're like, this is an apple, but you're only saying it's an apple because you're a lesbian. You know what I mean? Like, your views politically, whatever you're saying, becomes about the reason you're saying it is because you're a lesbian instead of because you're a human being or because you're a woman or whatever. So I was kind of trying to keep all that separate and doing a darn good job of it. Out of thousands of, things out there with my name on it, I was doing a pretty good job. So I've been on Facebook for quite a while, but I wasn't doing any lesbian stuff on there, meaning I wasn't like trying to network with other lesbians or network my lesbian business. I don't even remember why I originally joined. Probably just I wanted to get my name everywhere and our sites everywhere. Well, my 20-year class reunion's coming up, and so I've been on there a lot. So it's like walking the halls of my high school, and I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. It's really, really, really weird, but kind of nice in a weird way. So that's all happening right now. So in the middle of all that old home week and all these people that I haven't seen in 20 years surfacing, and some family members and old friends and different people, it really wasn't about being a lesbian. So there's your background on that. So in the meantime, a couple weeks ago, some of you know if you follow my stuff that I was looking for husband and wife a year or two ago because I had found them online and then they just kind of disappeared. Or I thought they disappeared. I just couldn't find them. Their stuff was still there. It was just different. So they emailed me a couple weeks ago, and I've been visiting with them. They're very neat gals. Check out husbandandwife.com. And they've been writing on some of our sites. And in that, I started to feel like my identities were starting to collide. Reason being is because in order to write on more than 100 blogs, because in Blogger you can only have 100 blogs, right? So in order to have more than 100 blogs, and I do, I had to invite myself to write on other blogs of my own blogs. So I have the Out+Lesbian network, and then I have the ones where I write as Crystal L. Cox. Well, I didn't really realize that when I invited myself so that I could easily go to one, that my name would come up as Crystal L. Cox when I was logged in there, and it would come up as Out+Lesbian when I was logged into my Out+Lesbian one, and so I just kind of shut off who was writing it because I was the only one writing on it. And not because I was trying to be in the closet, but because I was trying to be in the closet. But not because I was in the closet, but because, you know, there are cruel people out there, and gals got to make a living. Unless all the lesbians are going to send you $1, you know, so you can eat, kind of have to do what you have to do. So, yes, Out+Lesbian.com, I get the irony. So anyway, once husband and wife started writing on the sites, I realized that their name wasn't being posted as that they were writing it. And then I got a couple other gals that are writing, and their name isn't there either. So it's almost like, you know, I'm kind of posting everything. So I thought, well, I'll just show my name. Well, then it showed my regular name, and it came up in the search again. I know I'm blathering here. Stay with me. So I just I let my name kind of go, and then I pulled it back, and then I, you know, because it's kind of a big decision because I do a lot of real estate marketing, and once people, you know, people really do turn on you for that very reason. So, a few days ago, and I haven't told husband and wife this, so we say it in this video, I was sent a friend request on Facebook from husband and wife. Well, husband and wife don't really have their name out there. They're branded as husband and wife, right? So they got this logo, and they're, you know, two women back to back, like their wedding photo, and it's husband and wife. So, and it's two women. And that's their picture on Facebook. So, I haven't confirmed the friendship request yet because I wanted to do this video first. So, the minute I confirm that, basically it says, yes, that I'm a lesbian, but it also says I honor that in my own life and having a wife myself, and that I am really out and proud. And in confirming theirs, because it is such a flag there of like, hey, you know, if you condone these lesbians being on your site, then, you know, you must be, which is great. Because then it means that I'm honoring who I am, and it means that everybody that goes there instantly knows that I'm tolerant of lesbians, or I am a lesbian, and some people will turn on me for it. I know, shocking, but that's the world we live in. So, I'm getting ready to confirm the friendship request from husband and wife, and in that, I'm letting all of my worlds, which is real estate marketing, alternative medicine, some new age stuff, my spirituality, and real estate marketing, and all the stuff we're doing is colliding. So we're kind of no longer this internet marketing giant, we're now lesbians. I know I'm exaggerating it, but I have talked to several people who have lost a lot of business because they are out. Even though I did my response to Steph Stance's video on, you know, getting your ass out of the closet, I realized that I wasn't really out of the closet per se, like in every search. You know, like I'm a real estate broker, someone walks into the office, I don't say, I'm a lesbian, are you okay with that? I just show them some property and I sell it to them, and, you know, I make a living. It doesn't have to be part of everything, but it does end up being part of something. So anyway, in embracing all of you and embracing my life, we're now joining everything, and there's going to be many of you who probably think, well, this is no big deal, and I'm kind of making it a big deal, but it just changes the dynamics of thousands of websites that we own, and it makes it all about being a lesbian. Which, it's sad that you can't have an opinion about, you know, natural cancer treatments or real estate or other things without somebody saying, you know, or Googling you and saying, okay, well, the reason you believe that is because of this. You know, for example, I have a news blog, a local news blog that I talk about stuff. Well, because I posted one video of a guy talking about the militia, then everybody says, oh, well, the only reason you're saying this is because you're a militia, or you're, you know, they're calling me all, you know, right, or they're calling me left, or they're calling me a radical Republican, or a, you know, a loose liberal, or a, you know, it's all, they take these labels and then they put you in, and they say, okay, because, you know, 1 and 1 is 2, only if you only think that because of this reason. I know, I probably lost some of you, but it's sad that you can't have an opinion. For example, there's some bad things happening in my town. There's quite a few unprosecuted rapes, and I don't speak out about rapes because I'm a man-hater, but being a lesbian speaking out about rapes is, well, I'm a man-hater, even though I'm not. I certainly do not hate men. But that's the label you get when you speak out against rape. See, so these labels kind of collide. So anyway, the Out+Lesbian network is now, well, out in a different way. Some of you may not see it or notice it, but I will. So I love you gals, and please join us at Out+Lesbian.com and write on our blogs, and realize that the world is like this, and really, really embrace lesbian business online, and let's help each other out when we can. Take care out there, and check out Out+Lesbian.com and HusbandandWife.com. Later.